So namaste, namaste to you all.
प्रणाम महाराज।
Namaste, namaste. Welcome.
Pranam Swamiji.
Namaste, welcome. Okay, we'll start with our prayer. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Sahana Bhavatu Sahanu Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om. Asato ma Sadgamaya Tamaso ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityurma Amritam Gamaya Aviravirmayedhi. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om. तव कथामृतं तप्तजीवनं कविभिरीडितं कल्मषापहं श्रवणमङ्गलं श्रीमदाततं भुवि गृह्णन्ति ये भूरिदा जनाः. May we be protected, may we be nourished, may we strive with energy and vigor, may our study be enlightening, not give rise to hostility. Om peace, peace, peace. Lead us to truth, not to untruth. Lead us to enlightenment and not ignorance. Lead us to immortality and not death. Let the self-manifest Atman grow in me. Om peace, peace, peace. Your nectar-like words, warm and inspiring life stories, eulogized by learned sages, are indeed eradicator of shoots of ignorance. These are auspicious to hear and propitious to inculcate in one's own life. Those who take these words to the world are indeed great benefactor of the world. So as we are studying Sri Sarada Devi and her divine play, page 390. Describing the character of Ramachandra, it is said that it was described that he was Vajradapi Kathorani Mriduni Kusumadapi. Vajradapi Kathurani Mriduni Kusumadapi. That means he was strong and vigorous like the thunderbolt. But at the same time, he was softer than even a flower or like a flower. So if we see all the great ones, I mean, mostly, or in the spiritual field, their character is like that. They are firm, unshakable in their conviction. And on the other hand, they are soft, accommodating. So here, Holy Mother, we see the character of Holy Mother is like that. Even she did not hurt anyone, even with a flower. At the same time, when it demanded that she would be firm, and she was firm. When the question came whether Belur Math should be sold or not, as Swami Vivekananda wanted to sell Belur Math for relief work, Mother was firm. She said, I know you, my children, can survive anywhere. But I know my other children, those who are coming, they need a place, a shelter where they will stay and strive for their goal to achieve. So this is not for 2 days. Belur Math was not for 2 days. Rather, it is for the future. And not only that, even Harish, when Harish was chasing Holy Mother, and she took a pile of hay, but still when she found that it is difficult to stop him, then she took her own form, that Bagala form, and took out the tongue, holding tongue, and she was beating Harish. And not only that, when it was asked her to, when she asked someone to buy some clothes, that they wanted to buy country-made, India-made clothes. Then Mother said, those who are foreigners, they are also my children. At the same time, when a question came, when 2 women were arrested, Mother was so furious that she said that why they were not slapped, those policemen were slapped and taken them away. So we find in the character of Holy Mother, very strong in her conviction and also full of strength. It's not out of weakness. At the same time, she was so gentle, so humble. Even she offered pranams to the country doctor, Kaviraj, who was elderly. So all these things we find in her character. So let us continue our study with these few words, and then we'll discuss whenever it is required. Yes, go ahead.
Swami, I think you have to tell me what page we're on.
Okay, when a devotee.
Okay, whoops. I need a page, Swami.
Oh, 390?
All right, sorry.
Or you can start with Akhandanandiji said.
Here, I'm on the 390.
390.
Okay, here, I'm just scrolling through the iPad here. Okay, almost got it. Let me see. 89. Okay. Let's see. What about when a devotee said that he met?
Yes.
Okay. Here we go.
So before that, Swami Trigunathyanandaji quoted, Sri Ramakrishna said, Radha's infinite power of Maya is beyond description. Millions of Krishna and Ramas evolve and abide and dissolve in it. Ananta Radhar Lila Kohibar Kahona Jai, Koti Krishna, Koti Ram, Hoy Jai Roy. That's in Bengali. So Sri Ramakrishna would say that. So after that, when a devotee said,
Right. When a devotee said that he had met Holy Mother, Swami Akhandananda remarked, when you've seen the Mother, the same result of having the darshan of Sri Ramakrishna will accrue to you. To have had the darshan of the Mother or the Master is the same thing.
So darshan means to meet. You know, in India we say that's when we go and meet a holy person, so we say darshan. So this is so like here, you know, that is a story. Story means fact that happened. Swami Birajananji was very upset because he was born and he was very close to Kolkata and Dakshineshwar. And Swami, Sri Ramakrishna was alive there that time. But his misfortune was that he did not meet Sri Ramakrishna. And that was a grudge that he was having. And many times he would tell that. So once he told Holy Mother that, Mother, I have a pang in my heart. I have a pain that though I was very much there in Calcutta and around Dakshineshwar, but I could not meet Sri Ramakrishna. This he said 2-3 times. So Mother was doing some household work. Mother generally used to be veiled, but she removed her veil and then she told that you are seeing Sri Ramakrishna. So it was so sudden that Swami Birajananji could not comprehend fully. And then he went away, and later he confirmed that by writing a postcard. Mother, did you say this, that seeing you is seeing Sri Ramakrishna? And Mother replied also, yes, what you heard is right. So it is not two different entities. They are not two different entities. Same person, only in different disguise. So seeing Sri Ramakrishna, seeing Holy Mother is the same. Seeing Holy Mother is also Sri Ramakrishna. Seeing Holy.
You just said a sentence, same person, only they're in two what?
Guise. Disguise. Yeah, disguise, like this two attire. Yeah. So it's not guy, man. Yeah, guys, disguise. Two attires are two different forms, as it were. You know, for that matter, we also consider Sri Ramakrishna in the form of Swami Vivekananda also. It is the same entity in 3 different forms. Why? Because it was not possible for Sri Ramakrishna to come to the West. That is why he took a different guise. disguise, attire, form, so that he could spread this principle of Sanatana Dharma, eternal spiritual principles. It was not possible for a body who was raised with, in that climate, and then it required a strong body and a strong will, and also wherewithal of Western means. Therefore, he chose in three forms. One is in Sri Ramakrishna, one in Holy Mother, one in Swami Vivekananda. For that matter, we all are part of it. As Holy Mother later said, that it's like Kolmir dal, a kind of herb, so all are connected. We have same divine trait. Only we need to contemplate. We need to meditate on it. Okay, we go ahead.
Whoops. The disciples considered an order from Holy Mother to be their guru's order. In 1897, Swami Akhandananda was the first monk to start famine relief in Murshidabad, and Swamiji encouraged him to work even unto death. Forgetting food and rest, he served human beings as God, which is one of the principles of the Ramakrishna mission. Eventually, his health broke down and he suffered from malarial fever and a lack of proper food and rest. The brother disciples asked him to take care of himself, but he disregarded their advice. Finally, the mother called for him to come to her Calcutta residence. He immediately came from Sargachi and bowed down to her. Holy Mother told him, "Now you should stay in Balaram's house, and an Ayurvedic doctor will treat you. Please follow his instructions implicitly, and don't go away from that place without my permission." The Swami obeyed the mother like a little boy. When he was under the Ayurvedic treatment, Premananda visited him and asked him to come to Belar Mutt for a day. Akhandananda replied, "Brother, the mother asked me to stay here and have the treatment. I can't go any place without her permission. Otherwise, she will scold me." Premananda then went to Udbodhan, got the mother's permission, and brought him to Belar Mutt.
Yeah. So, Holy Mother, as you see, very humble, very soft, and not a bit shy. All kinds of guise or disguise she took. But everyone understood her power. Therefore, even Swami Vivekananda obeyed Holy Mother. And everybody took her words toto, without any say discount, and not to take any pretense. So Holy Mother, even whatever word she said, everyone followed that. That's our tradition also. In our tradition, whatever our seniors say, we take it. And especially President Maharaj and those who are at the helms of affairs. So why? Because we see the Ramakrishna mission, or this order of Sri Ramakrishna, is his physical body. And whatever is good for us, that will come through this. So when mother asked him to stay on, see, like this, three personalities. One is Sri Ramakrishna, one is Swami Vivekananda. So Sri Ramakrishna always would tell us the height of spiritual achievement, that goal of human life is to achieve God. And one should strive to achieve it. And Swami Vivekananda, he would say, do work for Guru Maharaj. and better die there, die in battlefield. He was a general. So he would say, die at the battlefield. You working for the Divine Mother or Sri Guru Maharaj, you die there. But Holy Mother is all the time protective. She was happy when her children eat well and live a normal life. And she gave lots of concession for that. So here also we find when Swami Akhandanandji avoided others' instructions and did not take care or enough care for him, then Holy Mother had to intervene and told him what to do. And even when he was in Balaram Bose's house, though it is across the Ganga and about 5 miles away, but he did not go because mother's order, that was important for him. Yes.
Nowadays, some people do not look after their elderly parents who brought them into this world and raised them. They do not realize how much suffering and trouble a mother undertakes to bring up a child. In one of the hymns on the Divine Mother, Shankara says, "O mother, a bad son may sometimes be born, but never has there been a bad mother." An ocean has its bottom and its limits, but a mother's affection is bottomless and limitless. The difference between an ordinary mother and Holy Mother is this. An ordinary mother thinks that her children came from her body, so they belong only to her. Holy Mother knew that all human beings originated from her and are all her children. She demonstrated pure and unselfish love to humanity. Ramakrishna left a group of wonderful children who looked after Holy Mother more than they did their own biological mothers. The relationship between the Master's disciples and Holy Mother was so loving and sweet that it should be the paradigm of mother-child relationships all over the world. Swami Nirlepananda described how the Master's disciples respected Holy Mother. We noticed that when the Master's disciples came to bow down to the Mother, she became established in her real self. And when these great ones left, it would take some time before she came down from the higher plane to the normal state. Swamiji saw that the Mother was Adya Shakti, the primordial power. He recognized that a jiva attains the knowledge of Brahman by her grace only. After initiating Sudhir, later Swami Shuddhananda, Swamiji asked Holy Mother, "Mother, please bestow your best blessings on this boy." Swami Brahmananda said to Shuddhananda, "Sudhir, I can give you the experience of samadhi, but the mother can do it better and more easily."
So two things. One is Swami Chetananji writes here and comparing the worldly mother. There is no comparison. You know, this mother, Holy Mother, has no intention, has no desire to be fulfilled from us. Whereas every mother, worldly mother, has some desire that my child will look after me, etc., etc. So this is one thing. Mother has no desire, but only pure love for all of us. And the second thing is Holy Mother. So generally, whenever one bows down to others, like in Indian tradition, we offer the inner being that dwells in that person. And when a person accepts that pranam, he also lifts himself, unifies himself with the higher being or the self. And Holy Mother is the embodiment. So whenever anybody approached to make pranam, she is to lift herself to her divine self, so that she could bestow the best blessings that's possible. So here we find that it is true. It happens with ordinary people also. See, if you offer pranam to your guru or any elderly person, they also, what they do, they convey your pranam to higher being, his ideal. It is said, Sarvadevam Namaskaram Prasadam. Hey, there is a shloka. As rain falls in all the places, but ultimately it reaches the ocean. Similarly, all pranam goes to Keshava. Keshavam pratigacchati. Sarvadevam Namaskaram Prasad. Keshavam pratigacchati. So all the pranams that is offered, that goes to Keshava, that means God himself. So whenever you make pranam, always think that I am offering pranams to that Keshava. Keshava means the Supreme God. Through a person, of course. And a person who accepts that pranam, he also does not keep with him, because he cannot respond accordingly. Therefore, he also connects that pranam to the highest being, the Supreme Being. Yeah.
In 1906, Swami Saradananda said to a young man, "Today you have received the mother as a guru. If you practice spiritual disciplines according to her instruction, you will realize that the mother is the Divine Mother herself. But you will have to work hard. Some say, I have seen the mother and received the mantra from her, so I don't need to practice any more sadhana. In one sense, they are right, but truly, those who say that are deceitful. The mother opens the door for liberation. Now you will have to go and reach that door." In 1913, Swami Vijnanananda came to Udbodhan House to see Holy Mother. He said, "I was seated in Sharat Maharaj's room downstairs. I got a call from upstairs to bow down to the mother. While I was walking up each step, I could feel the lotus of each center of the Kundalini opening up. My whole body and mind were flooded with bliss."
So, like two things. One is, yes, when one achieves the grace of mother, one may think that way, that there is no need further. But as we know, Brahmananji said, yes, Sri Ramakrishna gave us everything, but we want to make that wealth our own. So whatever wealth was given by someone, that should be accepted and assimilated. See, mother food gives food. We have to digest and assimilate. So, both are valid. One may think that no need of doing anything. And mother will take care. And so many times she said, don't worry, I'll take care of you. But you see, the thing is, saying this one can loiter. Why loiter? Rather, let us take her name and enjoy. So this is the one point. And secondly, Preshan Maharaj, Swami Vijnanananda. Once it happened that Swamiji asked Vijnanananda, have you made pranam to Holy Mother? He said no, because he was a bit shy. He said, go and make pranam immediately. So he went there and somehow he bowed down, touching his head on the ground, and was going away. And Swamiji was following him and says, Peshan, what are you doing? Is this the way you are to offer pranam? Then he prostrated himself before Holy Mother, totally surrendering himself. This is the way you have to offer pranam. So then he understood. So later he says, as he was stepping the lotus of each center of Kundalini opening up, my whole body and mind were flooded with bliss. See, these are not words, these are experiences. So you can imagine, by even a look, by just a wish, she is to impart that power. So what a great realm, what a great one our Holy Mother is. Okay.
In 1918, at Balaram Mandir, Swami Turiyananda said to Dr. Durgapada Ghosh, a disciple of the Mother, "Doctor, what are you seeing? What do you think about the Mother? Is it enough to receive a mantra in the ear if there is no practice of sadhana? It is sure and certain that you will get liberation at the end, and it is registered. But if you sincerely practice sadhana by repeating the mantra, you will be blessed by tasting the bliss of Jivan Mukti, liberation in life. Then only will you realize who the Mother is and leave this world happily." Swami Adbhutananda said, "Mother knows my past and future. She knows everything. What is the point in writing to her just for the sake of appearance? What is the necessity to one who knows everything about my past, present, and future? Will the Mother become a stranger to me just because I do not go to see her? You ask how I look upon the Mother. She is Mother Lakshmi, yet she is sometimes Sita." In 1907, Holy Mother came to Calcutta from Jairambati to attend Durga Puja at Girish's house, and she stayed at Balaram's house for a month. Latu, Swami Adbhutananda, lived in a room to the right of the main entrance. While entering the house, the Mother saw her dear Latu. She inquired, "Hello, my son Latu. How are you?" Latu replied in his unpolished rustic language, "Go away, Mother. You are a dignified lady. Why have you come to the outer apartment to speak to me? Please go upstairs right away. I will not speak to you here. You could have sent for me, and I would have come up to see you, Mother. I am your servant, you know." Laughing, Holy Mother went upstairs to her room.
And another incident happened. Holy Mother was going to Jairambati, and everybody went to see her, offer pranam, except Latu. Latu did not go. And he was pacing outside. Sannyasi ko mata, ko pita. Sannyasi ko mata, ko pita. That means, who is mother and father to a sannyasin? So while leaving, Holy Mother went to Latu, said, "Baba, like my son," it's not a very nice word in Bengali. Baba means father. Baba means my son. Means, say father, like father, when it is affectionately spoken, that means my son. Baba, there is no need of your going. So, hope you are fine. And mother uttered these, and immediately Latu frustrated himself. Oh, mother, and started weeping like a child. So both of them knew each other, and his attitude was like that. Why mother should come to me? So all these are there. Yes. Right.
As long as Holy Mother stayed at Balaram's house, she sent prasad to Latu every day. Other devotees would go to see Holy Mother, but Latu stayed in his room. Some devotees misunderstood him because he did not go to pay his respects to the Mother. One day he told them, "Look, is it so easy to understand the Mother? Just imagine, she accepted the Master's worship. Only the Master knew the real nature of the Mother, and Swamiji understood a little. She is Mother Lakshmi herself. It needs a lot of austerity to understand her grace.
Okay, another thing is he said that mother is Sita sometimes. Why? Because he's from a tradition from Bihar. The Rama Sita is the ideal. That's why he said Sita. Of course, mother was Sita also. Yes.
The day arrived when Holy Mother was leaving for Jairambati. All of the devotees went to bow down to the mother upstairs, but Latu did not go. He was pacing in his room and muttering to himself, "Who is a mother or father to a monk? He is free from all Maya." When the mother was coming down the steps, she overheard what Latu was saying. When she reached his door, she said, "Dear Latu, you will not have to accept me. You will not have to accept me, my son." Immediately, Latu sprang from his room and fell at the mother's feet and began to sob. Seeing her child Latu cry, tears came from the mother's eyes. Latu took the corner of his chadar and began to wipe the mother's tears. He said to her with a choked voice, "Mother, you are going to your father's house. You should not cry. Sharat will bring you back soon. Don't cry, mother, don't. Is it proper for one to cry when one departs?" This touching departure reminds us of Latu's childlike simplicity and deep love for the mother. He was the first disciple whom the master introduced to the mother in Dakshineshwar, and he remained devoted to her throughout his life.
You know what Sri Ramakrishna said to him? He was meditating, sitting at a corner. And Sri Ramakrishna, and when he saw him, he said, you are meditating on whom? The same is engaged in kneading dough. Go and help her. So you are meditating on someone who is busy in kneading dough. So go and help her. So that was the first time when Latu Maharaj was introduced to Holy Mother. It is the same divine being on whom Latu Maharaj was meditating. Okay, so we have completed this one. Now, Mother of the Ramakrishna order. Mother of Ramakrishna order. Ramakrishna order, as you know, after the passing of Sri Ramakrishna, then there was no place to stay, and everyone returned to their home. Some have no home, so one stayed with Ramchandra, someone stayed with Balaram, but no permanent place. Then one day, Sri Ramakrishna appeared before Surendranath. I said, "What are you doing? My children are roaming here and there. You better hire a house, and whatever you used to spend on me, then that you can spend on that place, and give a shelter to all my sannyasi children." And then he approached Vivekananda, that time Narendranath, and ultimately the monastery was established in Baranagar Mutt. So Baranagar Mutt, first Mutt. It was a dilapidated house. People say it was a ghost house. And they started living there. And not only that, later they left for various places of pilgrimage. Some went to central India, Narmada, and some went to Kedarnath, Badrinath, and Uttarakhand, and various places. And Holy Mother once went to Bodh Gaya, and she saw monasteries with monks, plenty of to eat, And then she wept before Sri Ramakrishna and said, there was no dearth of monks in India, and my children are roaming here and there. If you wanted same kind of monks, then why you started this? Why you came down? There was no dearth of monks. You made them monks and they are roaming here and there. I cannot see them suffering. I'm a mother. And she wept, and that's why later Ramakrishna order had a place to stay, and also gradually it grew. So this is the mother of the Ramakrishna order. Holy Mother is the mother of Ramakrishna order also. Yathagner dahika shakti Ramakrishna sthita hiya sarva vidya swarupam tam sharadam pranamamyaham. Yes, Swami Saradananda. As the power to burn dwells in fire, so Sarada dwells in Ramakrishna as his Shakti, the cosmic power. I bow down to that mother, who is the embodiment of knowledge.
As the power, oh, all right. Next one. One day in 1884, Ramakrishna was seated in his room at Dakshineshwar, talking about the three salient disciplines of the Vaishnava religion. Chaitanya taught his disciple Sanatan, Jiva Daya Name Ruchi Vaishnav Sevan Iha Vina Dharma Nai Shun Sanatan. Something like that.
Jive Daya, that means compassion to Jiva. And Name Ruchi, the taste for God's name. Because name and God and his name are not two different things. God manifests in his name. So one should have the taste for the name of God. And Vaishnav Seva. Vaishnav Seva means serving good people, serving devotees of God. So Iha Bina Dharmo Nai Shuno Sanatan. So this was the instruction given to Sanatan Goswami. So these are the three traits that Vaishnavas follow. Yes.
Reflecting upon these three teachings, the master repeated the word compassion and then went into samadhi. After a while, he returned to normal consciousness and said to the devotees, How foolish to speak of compassion. Man is an insignificant worm crawling on the earth, and he is to show compassion to others? This is absurd. It must not be compassion, but service to all. Recognize all people as God's manifestation and serve them. Only Narendra, later Swami Vivekananda, understood the implication of these words and resolved to implement this practical Vedanta, serving human beings as God.
Yeah, later Swami Vivekananda explained this when he came to the West. Of course, after meeting also he explained to Sharadananda and others what it means. Say, Karma Yoga. In that Karma Yoga, whatever one does, it should be offered to God. But when you serve anyone as God, you are doing similar thing. So it fulfills the requirement of Karma Yoga. When you are serving someone, you are not expecting anything from him. If you expect, then it is not Karma Yoga. So serving someone without expectation and offering the fruits of action to God, that is Karma Yoga. And second is Raja Yoga. Raja Yoga means reducing the number of mental modifications that come to you. to such an extent that your real nature is manifested. Yoga chitta vritti nirodha. Chitta vritti nirodha. So when you serve someone, naturally your chitta vritti will be towards God. So that will, chitta vritti means mental modification. And third, jnana yoga. When you are serving someone, thinking that I am serving God, so you are cultivating jnana yoga. You are seeing in that person the same God. So this is also, and this discipline also is satisfied. And fourth is bhakti yoga. Without devotion, you cannot serve anyone. So serving God as man, and serving man as God fulfills all four yogas. And Swamiji had this puzzle. I mean, he was thinking about. And when Sri Ramakrishna said in normal way, then only he could understand the implication of serving man as God, and that will fulfill all four yogas. That will fulfill the requirement of all four yogas. That is why later also he said, Jive prem kore jai jon, shei jon shevicheshwar. In various forms, it is God who is manifesting in your front. Leaving him aside, where thou seekest God, he who loves jivas are verily loving God. So this, what he later taught. Yeah. Now,
After returning,
just a minute. Ramakrishna order means it has two parts. See, Ramakrishna order includes the organization of Ramakrishna Mutt and Ramakrishna Mission. What is Ramakrishna Mutt? Where monks reside. And they dedicate their lives for service of God, and they also pursue their own spiritual goal. And Ramakrishna Mission is for serving God in various forms when they are in distress. That means many natural vagaries, they go and serve that time. Or imparting education, imparting health, and also the diet, etc. And ultimately, spiritual education. So all these are imparted through Ramakrishna Mission. So these two parts are there. The members of the former, that means Ramakrishna Mutt, devote themselves mainly to worship, contemplation, study, and preaching. And those of the Ramakrishna Mission to such philanthropies as are necessary in times of famine, flood, epidemic, or other calamities. So these are two organizations, twin organization. And as we have for men, later twin organization for women also came, which is called Sarada Mutt and Sarada, Ramakrishna Sarada Mission. Yeah.
after returning from the West, Swami Vivekananda officially inaugurated the Ramakrishna Mutt and Mission on 1 May 1897 in Calcutta. As of December 2013, it has 179 centers all over the world. Swamiji understood the difficulty of organizing, but at the same time, he realized that no religion can function or spread without an organization. The only things that can keep organized work from becoming corrupt, he felt, are purity of life and renunciation. In 1890,
now one
Holy
thing,
Mother visited Bodh Gaya. There she noticed how comfortably the members of a local monastery lived with all their physical needs supplied. She later recalled.
Oh, just a minute. Here the number is 179, but now it is about 250. About. Because rapid expansion is going on, and lots of centers which were private centers now coming under Ramakrishna Mission and Ramakrishna Math. So number has increased. Not only that, many private centers are there. Say in the USA, we have 14 recognized centers, whereas we have many private centers, maybe about that number, say 20, 25 or more, maybe more. One thing more, organization. In the beginning, Swamiji was against organization because he thought all the corruption, etc., starts because of organization. To keep things organized, it is difficult to keep principles also. But later, he realized that organization is important to continue and do greater service to the society, because otherwise it is impossible to do. In India, we have lots of monks, and before Shankaracharya, they were not organized. Shankaracharya organized them. So first 10 orders were established, Dashnami Sampradaya. Not only that, various akhadas also were introduced. And it is considered that Sri Shankaracharya was also inspirer of that. Nowadays, Kumbh Mela is going on. You can see lots of monks there. And from various akhadas, various math and mandir. And millions of them. So, in the beginning, they were not organized. Later, they had math, but limited. Swamiji introduced this service of man as God, serving God. In the beginning, people were against it. Even in Uttarakhand, when our two Swamis started relief there, then they were called as Bhangi Sadhu, means janitor monks. They used to clean the ailing and used to nurse them, give them medicine. So they were called Bhangi Sadhu. Now almost all centers have got some form of service. So gradually the acceptance is coming. So this is that organization may be the cause of some downfall, but organization is important to continue on the social sector especially. For individual self may not be important, but for collective requirement, organization is a must. Okay.
She later recalled, how much I wept, how often I prayed to the Master. That is why you see all these monasteries established by his grace. Immediately after his passing away, the children renounced the world and sought out a temporary shelter. But soon after, they began to wander about independently. I felt very sad and prayed to the Master. "O Master, you came down to earth, had fun with a few companions, and then departed in a happy mood. Was that the end of everything? If so, what was the need of assuming a human body and going through all this suffering? I have seen many sadhus at Varanasi and Vrindavan who live on alms and seek shelter under trees. There's no dearth of sadhus like them. I cannot bear the sight of my children, who have renounced everything in your name, going from door to door for a morsel of food. I fervently pray to you that those who give up the world in your name may not lack simple food and clothing. Let them live together with you and your teachings as their center. Those who are afflicted with the sorrows of the world will come to them and obtain peace by listening to your teachings. That is the purpose of your advent, isn't it so? I cannot control myself when I see them drifting about helplessly. Afterwards, Naren slowly organized all this.
So this is, that even in my young age, I saw monk means what? They would come and beg something. And with unkempt hair and shabby dress, all kinds of things. But when we see monks of Ramakrishna mission, it's totally different. Even they wear best clothes, etc., etc. But the simplicity. We may have a few pairs of clothes, but actually that is there. We have some books and some clothes. That's it. This is our possession. So, but it's total different kind of monks. It is because of the grace of Guru Maharaj and Holy Mother. Even, we are, for this also we are criticized. But we understand, when we compare with others and it is not traditional, so it is natural reaction from the public that people would react. But this is the need of the hour. Our monks are educated, our monks are aware of our surroundings. At the same time, they are alert about their chosen goal. That is what is required. It's not in the dress. Rather, one can devote one's time and energy in a better way when one is organized, and also the physical minimum requirement is fulfilled. So that is what Mother has organized, and we are really grateful for that. Otherwise, I would have been roaming, I don't know where, in a shabby dress. Okay, go ahead.
The role of the mother. Who manages the household? Swami Vivekananda replied, in the Western home, the wife rules. In an Indian home, the mother rules. In many religions, God is worshipped as the male principle, but in India, God is worshipped not only as father, but also as mother. The Taittiriya Upanishad says, Matri Devo Bhava, worship the mother as God. Why? Vivekananda replied, because she made herself pure. She underwent harsh penances sometimes to keep herself as pure as purity can be. It is the mother's love and affection, compassion and selflessness, patience and forbearance that hold the family members together. When the Master's young disciples wanted to be monks and form the Ramakrishna order, they had to go through insurmountable difficulties. Holy Mother stood behind them.
Even when, when Sri Ramakrishna was in Kashipur and he gave Gerua clothes to few disciples, 11 disciples, and kept one for Girish Chandra Ghosh, and he asked them to go and beg from the public. And first thing they did, they went to Holy Mother and begged from her. And then they went to the locality. Holy Mother is Annapurna. So, that's why the grace of Annapurna. So our fridge mother is always full. So it's the grace of Holy Mother. Yes.
In his lecture, My Life and Mission, given in America on 27 January 1900, Vivekananda acknowledged the role of Holy Mother after the Master's passing away. Then came a terrible time, for me personally and for all the other boys as well. That one sympathy brought blessings and hope. She was a woman, my Master's wife. We all have great respect for her. Holy Mother was Ramakrishna's first disciple, and he transmitted the results of his sadhana to her. Later, he left his spiritual power and legacy to his disciples. Gradually, the disciples realized that the Master's power was working through Holy Mother. They were identical. During her lifetime, Holy Mother was the Shakti or power behind the order. That power is still working invisibly.
You know, he did not say that then came a terrible time. That time was really very bad when Sri Ramakrishna was ill and after his passing. All the guardians of, sannyasins, they thought that these boys will come back, but they did not come back. And then all started calling names to Narendranath, that because of him, they have gone astray and they are not returning to their homes. And not only that, even some educated people were against them, and they said, what is these boys? They loiter their time, they don't do anything productive, and they are begging food, etc., etc. And some even so-called wise people also started calling them names. Then only Holy Mother supported them. The whole world was against this band of the devoted and renunciate. Only Holy Mother was there. Yes.
Although Holy Mother was not involved in the administration of the order, Swami Brahmananda, Swami Saradananda, and the other leaders always consulted with her on crucial issues. She watched over the monks' physical, mental, and spiritual welfare. Her practical knowledge and common sense guided them in adjusting to community life in the monastery, and she gave shelter in Udbodhan house to those who could not get along with others.
Yeah. So like this, Swami Birajananda was suffering from some headache. Then one day Holy Mother asked him, where do you meditate? Then she came to know that he used to meditate on Sahasrar. What are you doing? Then she instructed to meditate in the heart, and then not only that she asked him to go back to home, recuperate, and then come back. And that he did. So from spiritual point of view, she would draw what is the remedy of that problem. From principle standpoint, it is well known that Swamiji wanted one ashrama where the outer worship of Sri Ramakrishna would not be done. But when he visited Advaita Ashram Mayavati in Himalayas, he found Sri Ramakrishna was worshipped in people's apartments. Then he criticized. So the monk was doubtful. So he wrote to Holy Mother. And Holy Mother said, I tell you firmly that he who was our Guru was Advaita, non-dual. Therefore, we are all Advaitins. So in certain words, in unequivocal voice, she explained what is our ideal. We should not deviate. It is not only for that time. Later also, such doubts come to us. Only it is Holy Mother who is guiding us. Not only that, political sphere also. Government of India that time, British government, was doubtful about the intentions of Ramakrishna mission. And one Governor General gave a statement publicly that monks of Ramakrishna order are revolutionary. So spying started, etc. And that hampered our working. So what to do in that situation? Holy Mother told Sharat Maharaj to go and meet the Governor General and tell everything, explain everything. What is our goal, what we do, etc. And they are running this show, therefore they will understand. And that he did. And everything was, and he publicly withdrew his statement. So political or social, whatever, and also spiritual, organizational, and also personal spiritual life. In all sides, Holy Mother had some guidance for us, and still she is doing. She is silently working within us, guiding us in our workings also. So she is the mother of this order. So we'll stop here. It's time to stop. Akshay, anything?
Yeah,
Okay, go ahead.
like the forms of God, like Vishnu and Shiva, like, are they real or some sage has imagined?
Okay, you asked yesterday also, but let me, yeah. Okay. You know, that coin, or say like you have a printed note, 100 rupees note. Is that imagined or it's a rupee?
Rupee.
Okay, how you know? It's only printed. And if you counterfeit coins, counterfeit notes are also similar. So, everything has got many aspects. One is physical, one is, say, like that printed note. Though it is printed, but a governor promises 100 rupees when you present that to him. That means he is authorizing that. Apparently, it is a paper. So even if you think that somebody conceived, but some ideal is there, that is why it was conceived. You say like this, we talk about renunciation, etc. Like, let me give you an example. Swami Vivekananda, that time Narendranath, did not believe Radha and Krishna, etc. and their love. Then Sri Ramakrishna said, suppose someone conceived these ideas. The person who conceived such an idea is equivalent to Radha. See, the love for God without any physicality or any expectation. If a person can conceive such an idea, that person is equal to him. And Narendranath had no argument against it. So even if it is suppose somebody conceived this idea, if you follow, you'll reach. When GPS guides you, turn left, turn right, go straight, you don't argue with the GPS. So even if it is conceived, if you follow that, you will reach. So essential thing is to have that faith. Now, Dhruva or Prahlad, when they were small teen, and then they did penance and God appeared before him. So when he said, you are calling me, so I have come to you. But he asked, sir, but you are not panting. You have come from such a distance. You are not panting, and your feet is not with dust. How is it? How can I believe? Then he said, if you want, it will, that that his ring of ear is not moving. So he said, Dolali Dulbe. If you want to make it moving, it will move. So whatever a devotee wants, God takes that form. Yo yo yang yam tanum bhaktam shraddhya architumicchati tasya tasya achalam shraddham tameva vidadhamyam. In Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan said, in whatever form my devotees want me to see, I take that form. The incarnation, there is no need of imagination, but he takes that form, descends, and shows that form to devotees. Otherwise, you can imagine in anything. That's why we imagine God in stone, say Shiva Lingam. Actually, Shiva Lingam is not that. It is light, effulgence in that form. And if you compare, gradually you'll understand that it is within you. So in the beginning, it may not dawn on to devotee, but gradually it happens. So what I'm saying, the form, etc., depends wholly on the devotee. Whatever a devotee wants, God fulfills that. Even this principle is good for even marketing. Whatever you want, you'll get it from the market. So say suppose you want a pencil, you'll go and get you can buy a pencil from the market. And suppose there is no such thing as pencil, then they'll create it for you. So this is not only from spiritual point of view, but it is good from even practical, ordinary, or commercial point of view. So if it is possible in commercial and social point of view, why it is not possible in a spiritual field? And God himself has said this. Whosoever wants to worship me in whatever form, I fulfill that devotee's desire. So suppose somebody conceived that Vishnu has 4 hands. Very good. You can start from there. Only you need to believe in it. You need to believe the GPS system. GPS system also, like now people say that guru positioning system. So guru says this. So you have to believe in the words of guru. Then it is not a problem. So conclusion. All forms are God's form. And especially his devotee wants to worship in a certain form, he takes that form. And that form can emulate, if you follow that form will guide you to the supreme goal. So have no doubt about it. Is it okay?
But then someone can create their own form also.
Yeah. Yeah, you can create. The thing is, says, Guru here is the mediator, says Swami Vivekananda. He set out a path. So we like it, so we are following. Somebody likes, no, it's not good. They like Aghori. They are following that. So God creates various paths, and they are good in their way. We have nothing to say about it, and anyone can have uh, the the path chart out for their emancipation. We have nothing to say about it. You are saying that if anyone can conceive, they all may not be true. It may not be true for you, but it may be true for him. So why should not we give that freedom to him? Okay, let him follow. Whatever we like, whatever ideal that we like, let us follow our ideal. I should not exclude that. Why should I exclude? I have given this path, I am following this path. But there are maybe 1,000 paths. Here in Western world, everything is in grid. If you don't like one, say here we have Belmont, okay, you go by Hawthorne or go by Stark. You have also many paths. So we cannot say my path is the only path. My path I like because I like this ideal. Somebody may have other ideals. They like other ideals. Right?
Yeah.
Very good. You have to ask questions. Okay. Thank you very much. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tatsat Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu. That Abrahamic religions, they say our path is the only path. But we don't say like that. We say as many faiths, so many paths, as Sri Ramakrishna experienced. He followed in his life and achieved those ideals. And he realized that people quarrel without any rhyme and reason. So we believe this way, that yes, all have, say, democracy is like that. One can have choices. And even free market force is also like that. Okay. Thank you. Jai Ma.
Jai Ma, Pranam Maharaj.
Namaskar, namaskar.
Bhumi
Maharaj.
Puri
Lord
Jati.
Swamiji.
Namaste, namaste, namaste to all.
Namaste.
Namaste, Rita ji.
Thank you and pranam Swamiji.
Namaste, namaste. Hari Om.
ঘুমিয়ে পড়ে যাচ্ছি
Okay. Okay.
12টা বাজে ওকে
হ্যাঁ, হ্যাঁ।
জয় মা।
Okay. Jai Ma.